I'm Lila of Nevillution, and this is an affirmation meditation. It is based on the Words of Wisdom by Florence Scovel Shinn, and I will be adding to it my own commentary. Let us take several deep breaths, moving in and out, like the ocean waves or the clouds gliding across the sky. Letting your body completely relax from head to toe. From your feet to your legs, to your hips, to your stomach. From your chest to your arms. From your hands to your face. Letting everything relax. Any outside sounds will take you deeper, and if you need to awake, you will awake no problem. Now repeat after me. You can say it out loud or in imagination. Never look, or I'd never leap. Loving my neighbor means not to limit my neighbor in word, thought, or deed. Never argue with a hunch. The kingdom of heaven is the realm of perfect ideas. When in doubt, play trumps. Do the fearless thing. Never do today what intuition says to do tomorrow. Before I call, I am answered, for the supply precedes the demand. What I do for others, I am doing for myself. Every act committed while angry or resentful brings unhappy reaction. Therefore, I act while joyful and peaceful, and thus bring happy reactions. There is no power in evil. It is nothing, therefore can only come to nothing. I drowned the reasoning mind with my affirmation. Jehoshaphat clapped his cymbals so that he wouldn't hear himself think. All bondage is an illusion of the race consciousness. There is always a way out of every situation under grace. Every man is free to do the will of God or the depths of one's being. As you recited these, you may feel in complete harmony with these words. And if you felt any resistance, that's okay. Sometimes you may feel to just change the words to what fits you best. And other times, it's simply just getting used to the vibration of the good intent of each of these words until they become your own and make their own flowers of goodness and benefits and blessings in your life. If you notice, you'll see that there's a common denominator in many of these words by Florence Scovel Shinn. It is basically to help us move past the intellect, the thinking mind that will often want to approach everything from the limitations of being a human. But we are far more than that, as many mystics point out, from long ago to even today. So if we could start to wake up and to feel ourselves beyond the body and mind, beyond space and time, to tap in those mystical, powerful areas of our beingness that are responsible for miraculous healings, for what seemed impossible to become possible and easily. Now I am going to serenade you with the words of wisdom by Florence Scovel Shinn. Just simply lay back and relax, and simply enjoy me telling you the great truths about you. You never look or you'd never leap. But you always yield to your intuition, so it always goes right. Everything brought you to this moment. Every snowflake falls in the perfect place. When you love your neighbor and those who are important to you and the goodness in all the world, and you best do this because you allow each person to have the greatest vision for themselves and thus for yourself as well. As you give, you receive, and as you receive, it will be easier to give even more, continuing to further contract and expand into divine wonder. You never argue with a hunch, and you know the difference between intuition and wisdom and that of the little voice of fear. That little voice in the past may have gotten big, but now we let the voice of wisdom and intuition reign supreme, and in that dissolves any fear, anger, sorrow, resentment, and so forth. You vibrate in the kingdom of heaven, the realm of perfect ideas. When in doubt, you follow your heart and you go for it. Fearless and courageous. When intuition speaks to you, you yield. So you never do today what intuition says to do tomorrow. And as you hear these words, you tune into this vibration. It gets easier and easier. And you don't waste time looking at the past unless it inspires you. Inspiration saturates you, whatever your heart truly wants, with the gas of inspiration. Anything is possible, from now and into eternity. Before you call, you are answered, for the supply precedes the demand. In other words, what you want wants you. You wouldn't want something unless it was already yours. You're a spiritual being, but you're having this experience in a physical body, and your heartfelt desires, they guide you to bring forth things from the spiritual, the imaginative, into what's considered the physical, reality, the tangible. And the depths of your being speaks to you through your desires. So honor what it is your heart truly wants. And as you grow spiritually, these things may grow as well. They may change, they may transform, and you choose to flow gracefully with the flow of love and life from the depths of your spirit, every cell in your body and beyond. What you do for others, you are doing for yourself. All the good you do will come back to you. And all the good that is done to you will bless you with the peace and joy to be a vessel of blessings, just by the grace of your presence, and in all that you do, from the life you live to your joys and passions. You take actions from a place of peace and joy, and you are rewarded with happy reactions. And if today showed you something different, you know that is the old fading away. And if there's any lesson to learn, your intuition guides you powerfully and you yield. And in this blossom all the blessings of life in all the important areas of life. There is no power in evil. It is nothing, therefore can only come to nothing. The greatest mystics teach us, even though for some it may seem hard to believe, but we are the creator of all, for all is imagination, Just like when you sleep at night and you dream of a world as real as what you feel is 3D reality, but you come to find when you wake up, it all dissolved back into your consciousness. And just for a moment realize, what you call 3D reality, it may seem more real because it continues to go on. But if you are indeed, and mystics say you are, the creator of your reality, now from here on out, you will be more aware and to nurture the garden of your mind, what you allow in. And you will see beauty for ashes. You will catch the feeling of what you do want, to replace what you don't want. And this will continue to revolutionize your life and hatch out your own slice of heaven. You drown the reasoning mind with your affirmation. Jehoshaphat clapped his cymbals so that he wouldn't hear himself think. It is such a good practice when you wake to have a list of the things you are so thankful for, and or to have a list of affirmations of the core things, of any core things that you truly want deep in your heart, speaking as though you already have them, thus catching the feeling of what it is like to already have what you want, and to manifest by marinating in this frequency, so the state all around you will catch and gel an out picture. And you come to see the mind for what it is. It's a tool, but you use the mind. Don't let it use you. And Florence used prayer. In this sense, prayer can be a carefully worded affirmation to catch the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So better to be busy feeling goodness, being the divine gardener and uprooting any unwanted weeds of negative thoughts and fears or limitations, and replacing them with the flowers of joy, of peace, of happiness, and all the things you want, all by being aware and catching the feeling of your heartfelt wishes fulfilled. You are aware, and you know what you want, and you know just what you need to do, and you also know how to relax and surrender, and you do so. All bondage is an illusion of the race consciousness. There's always a way out of every situation under grace. Every man is free to do the will of God. So just in this moment, let the divine waterfall cleanse away all the clutter and thoughts and false illusions and limitations. Just let it go down into the earth and be grounded, to be recycled. Feeling this divine waterfall, cleaning all your thoughts, your mind, your body, every cell, purifying and cleansing and filling you with your divine life purpose, to know who you are, to live in joy and peace, and all your heartfelt desires, perfectly realized and sustained and to grow with. And the beautiful protective white light of love to seal it all in. It is done. And now let us take several deep breaths, coming back to this room, knowing we did the good work. We did it together. The goodness of me flows to all of you, and the goodness inherent in all of you flows back to me and back to all of us. Because ultimately, we are all connected, part of the great consciousness. When we fall asleep, dreaming the dream of life. And now, may we nobly and heavenly, lucidly dream the dream of life together, rooted in our divine consciousness of perfection. I wish you a wonderful day and night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and thank yourself. It really means something that you're here, that we're here together. Thank you.